After the last episode, I felt I needed to review something that was actually good. Well, here it is. Good day, my fellow Thomas fans, and today I'll be taking a look at the first season of the Thomas Fan series that I've probably known about for the longest, Enterprising Engines. This first started airing back in the June of 2011 and went on until April 2012, with several episodes getting a remastered version, such as Lift Bridge, Swaggers and Swerves, and The Old Warrior. The series centres around the everyday escapades of the engines of Sodor. The series was made by Matt Michaud, aka Enterprising Engine 93, truly a man who makes his life worthwhile.
What a strange person!
The first season has 26 episodes in total, so there's a lot to get into. Let's dive right in. This, Season 1 of Enterprising Engines. I'm going to start with my favourite episode of the season. This honour goes to Cannon Fodder. For this one, it all comes down to the final act, with Duncan setting off all the explosives and inadvertently firing them at Sir Handler and Fearless Freddy. While I'm a fan of the more character-driven episodes, I really think that the action-packed episodes are just phenomenal. The big winner in terms of episodes are the combos of both, but I think I'll get deeper into that when I review Season 3. I should note that Cannon Fodder is in no way a combination of both character-driven and action. See what I mean? If I had to single out an episode as my least favourite of the season, it'd be Bulldozer. It was just never an episode where I thought, gee, I really want to watch that one. But it's still a fairly decent episode. It's just not as good as the others in my opinion. Other episodes I really like include Lifeboats, Bon Voyage, Wilbert the Lumberjack, and Sydney. Something that I think really deserves to be talked about is the voice acting. First, I'll address the episodes where it's just Enterprising doing the voices. He's overall pretty good at voice acting actually, though he is better at some voices than others. But I have one main gripe with him. Why the hell did he make Stepney an Australian?
I just feel like I'm always coming and going, mate. I feel like I never make an impact on anyone because I'm always leaving places.
Like, I live in Australia and I guess I should be happy about this, but it's just really weird and doesn't particularly fit in well, but it's just really random.
Australia, 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 we love you, Annie!
But as for episodes with voice actors, that's where this series really shines. A personal favourite of mine is the Kipper runs again as Derek. He's exactly how I think the character should sound, sort of nerdy and intellectual. Nerd! It has to be said though, while still great, this season is the worst in terms of voice acting, as well as a few other things, but that doesn't necessarily make it bad. In fact, far from it. We'll get to what I consider to be really good stuff when I review seasons 2 and 3. Now, if there is anything, and I mean anything, that deserves to be talked about with this series, it's the outdoor model work. It is phenomenal. Enterprising revolutionised Thomas Fan films and series by filming outside. I've seen so many people trying to film outside, I guess sort of trying to be Enterprising, but nobody has come close. He is a master of his craft. Personally, I think it is the best visuals in any fan film or project ever in this community. Personally, I'd love to see more behind the scenes videos for this series because I just love seeing the process behind everything and I find it really interesting. Now, just to wrap up, let's talk about the season as a whole. This season, unlike the other two, doesn't have an overarching plotline, just individual standalone stories, and that sort of separates it from the rest of the series. But it also gives it its own personality and flair. Because it's not as intricate as the other seasons, I honestly place it on a slightly lower platform than the others, but it still holds up really well. Some episodes are a bit meh, but majority rules. Most of the episodes are absolutely brilliant. It's still really solid for me, as I really have a strong nostalgia connection to most of these episodes. If you haven't seen any of Enterprising Engine 93's work, then why are you watching the video? But seriously, if you haven't, go and watch his stuff.
No way, you big spastic, you're a mentalist!
Shut up, Alan. Season 1 of Enterprising Engines gets an 8 out of 10. Just before I go, I'd like to just say, remember to tune in next time, as it's going to be my Halloween special, and it's going to be, pretty spiffy. I've been doing something with a bunch of my friends, so I'm hoping it should be pretty good, and you guys should enjoy it. So yeah, see you next time, guys.